Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new, hello. Thank you for watching. I would really love it if you could hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you've been here for a while, welcome back. So happy that you guys are joining me. This is snowflake number 5. So I have starched these now, and this is what I use. I was going to show you guys. This is all I do. I use this Faultless Heavy Starch spray, and I have blocking boards and the little blocking little T-shaped pins, and I just lay this on my blocking board and I spray both sides, and then I pin it down and stretch it out to the shape I want and let it set. Now this one, when I did these, it took me, let's see, I sprayed them yesterday morning. Today is Thursday, so Wednesday morning, I put them on my board and sprayed them and pinned them down. And I went to bed around 10 o'clock Wednesday night, and they were dry. So, well, no, I'll take that back. They were dry this morning. So it took a full day from Wednesday morning to Thursday morning. So I let them just sit. 24 hours later, they were dry. So, and they're really stiff. So this is day number 5. I'm really enjoying making these snowflakes. So that's my snowflake for today. Also, I figured out, you remember I showed you, let me get my calendar, how I'm taking the calendar and each month I'm going to make a project based on the colors for that month on the picture. So remember, this is January, so I pulled the blue and the white and a brown from the trees. And this is what I've come up with. I'm making a hat. And I'm using this book. I got my, did I not bring it up here? Yes, I did. Here it is. I used this book. I got my 200 crochet stitches book. This book is by Teresa Paschall. And I went through and I picked out, this is called Embossed Shells. This one right here. Embossed Shells. And I took those 3 colors and I'm designing a hat with it. And this is what I have so far, guys. What I'm thinking is, I'm not doing this in the round, and maybe I should have, but hey, I'm trying something new. But this is what I have so far. Let me hold it the right way so you can see it. I think this is going to be the prettiest hat. So what I did is I did a chain that would fit around my head. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And it just goes right around the head. Now it says to repeat these one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 row repeats. So I'm going to repeat this one more time. And you guys tell me. And then when I get all the rows done, the ends will get tied in, weaved in. And then I'm going to just seam up the back. And then what I thought I would do, this is a pretty big opening. I thought I'd be able to just maybe gather around it. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about, I need to figure out a way that I can decrease this. I thought about just doing rows of shells, but I want to keep this brown going. And I'm not sure how to decrease this pattern. So what the pattern, I did my chain and my head circumference is 23 inches. So I was doing, it says, so I did an 8 stitch repeat, a multiple of 8, and then 2 more at the end. And I did that until I got the 23 inches for my head circumference. And then I just started working the pattern. Now I'm trying to figure out how I can decrease this. Could I just do, I don't know. I'm going to have to play with it and see what happens. But I'm thinking if I do like single crochet together until I get to maybe this spot, single crochet together, 2 together until I get to here, and then make a shell and continue until I get, continue with the shell pattern until I get to here, and do this for my last shell, and then single crochet 2 together. Maybe that would decrease it. I don't know. Maybe if you guys have got some ideas, you can let me know. But I'm going to do 1 more row repeat of this, and then I'm going to start experimenting with the decrease, because I'm not following a pattern. I'm making this my own pattern. So hopefully I'll have a hat pattern that works before the end of the month. So that's what I'm working on. I've got my snowflake. And y'all, I'm in the process, and I don't want to show anything yet. Maybe here in a little while. I had someone request a simple cardigan tutorial. Guys, I'm designing, and I don't know if I told you about this in the video yesterday. I can't remember if I told you about this or not, but I'm designing my own cardigan, and it's really turning out pretty, but I don't want to show it yet. I want to save it. I want to wait till I'm finished with it, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. And then as I'm working on this, I'm going to be filming parts of it for the tutorial. So I don't want to show it yet, but guys, it's so cute and so pretty, and I'm really excited about this being my first design. I have something else I'm going to work on I forgot about these until the other day, and I was going through my yarn room. I have a skirt that I designed, or a dress. Well, it's a skirt. It's a long skirt that I designed, and I've had it put away for a while. All I need to do on it is put a liner, line the inside, sew the lining in, and then I can share that, and I'll have a tutorial out for that. So yeah, guys, I'm excited. I mean, I'm starting to really put some stuff out, and I'm really excited. So I'm really looking forward to about getting some tutorials. I think this next Tuesday, because I've got projects I'm working on and they're not quite ready to film yet. Tuesday, I believe I will tape one for, someone asked for how to read a crochet pattern. So Tuesday, I'm going to put out a tutorial on just the symbols of a pattern and what they stand for. Just the basic symbols that you often see in a pattern. And then after I go through those symbols, then I think the next Tuesday I'll go into actually what they look like written in a pattern and how a pattern's written. And so those are going to be the next 2 Tuesday tutorials. And then that'll give me time to get caught up on the projects where I can start doing project tutorials. So I'm really excited to be getting those going. And my husband is doing great, guys. He got up this morning and went to work, drove himself. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for him. He was about to go absolutely, and forgive my hair, but he was absolutely about to go stir crazy in our house. He doesn't have a hobby. He works. That's what he does. He goes to work and he comes home. And I told him when he retires, he's going to have to figure out some kind of a hobby. I don't know what that's going to be, but he's going to have to get something to do, because he about went ape crazy in our house with nothing to do. He just went nuts, and he couldn't stand it any longer. So he's now walking with a cane. He's not using his walker anymore. He's doing really great with the cane. He's able to get up and down and around really well. He drove the car last night when we went to services, went to church last night for Bible study, and he drove the car just to see how he would do, and went great. So he drove to work today. So, woo, hallelujah, the man is back to work, and I think he's going to be in a better mood. He is just ready to get back into his routine. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you guys for all the prayers and good thoughts that you've been sending his way, because he is doing amazing. He goes back February 1st for his post-op checkup, and things are going great. I did want to mention one thing, not to put a downer on today's video, but just so you guys are aware. I have a condition, and I don't know if very many of you know what this is, but it's called trigeminal neuralgia. I was diagnosed with it back in, let me think, 2014. And what it is, you have a trigeminal nerve that starts at the base of the brain, and it comes up and it branches out like this in 3 branches across the face. And what happens is, for whatever reason, they don't know, there is a blood vessel that starts to enlarge, and it puts pressure on the trigeminal nerve. And so you know how blood, when it goes through, it pounds. If you hit your finger, jam your finger, you feel that pounding. That's that blood pushing through. So every time that pounds and pulses, it's like that vessel hitting the nerve, and it causes extreme pain. When I was first diagnosed with this in 2014, the pain was unreal. I would just be laying in a fetal position and almost screaming because the pain was unbearable. And the only way I could describe it to people was if you could imagine somebody taking an ice pick and just jamming it in your ear over and over. It was unreal. And luckily, in 2015, I had a surgical procedure where they went in, brain surgery. Yeah, scared to death, but I made it through. They went in and took a piece of the skull out, about a quarter size, and they went in there to that vessel and they wrapped it in mesh to compress that blood vessel to keep it from pounding on the nerve. That lasted about 2 years. My pain came back. And so they do medication, but it really doesn't do a thing. It doesn't help much at all. It just puts me in zombie mode, and I don't like that. So after that, they started doing what they call a balloon rhizotomy, where I go out, they put me under, and they take this long needle right through my jaw, and there's a canal in the jawbone where that nerve resides, and they run that needle up, and they blow up a balloon and put pressure on the nerve, and then they pull that out. And the pressure kills the nerve, but with mine, it would rejuvenate, and once a year, my pain would come back, and I'd have to do that over again. Well, last year, it was a year ago this December, so 2021, they did a radiation treatment. Okay, so I went in, it's a machine like a CAT scan, and they did radiation on my face, right where that nerve is, and it was about an hour long. I had to lay in that machine, but I've heard from people going like 4 years, 5 years, 8 years without pain after radiation, and I was doing really good until last night. I said all of this to get up to this. Last night, I started, my face, I could feel like if somebody was taking their hand and squeezing the side of my face and crunching up my cheek, that those muscles were just contracting and contracting. And I thought, oh, please, no, 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 no. Well, just before I went to bed last night, I was hurting. I took some ibuprofen and I went to bed. Well, luckily I've gotten up this morning and nothing's hurting. Thank goodness. Nothing is hurting. But this has happened before where all this starts waking up, I guess you'd call it, and then my pain starts again. But I am praying very hard that all it is just muscle twinges and no pain. Because, guys, I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do on this channel. I got a lot to do for you guys. I've got a lot of projects to make, and I don't need to be in pain. And I sure don't want to get back on that medication that knocks me out, because I'm not going to be worth 2 cents if it does. So, I'm asking you to send your positive thoughts my way, that this trigeminal is going to chill out. and not kick in right now because I just don't even. So like I said, I went to bed last night and slept, and I've got up this morning, and it's quiet this morning. It's not acting up this morning. So I'm hoping it stays away. But just wanted to put that out there in case I'm not on here regularly like I plan to be. You'll know why. My trigeminal's acted up and I've just had to take a break. But if I'm able to, I'll give you the heads up on that before that happens. So, well, that's what I'm doing. Got a lot of things going on. So I'm going to go back to my crocheting and get busy. But I just wanted to update you guys on what's happening, and be looking for that tutorial on how to read a crochet pattern coming up next week on Tuesday. So I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day today, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. See you guys.